In today's Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 battle, we have 6 million Lord of the Rings units lined up for battle, and they're going up against a mere 40,000 Star Wars units. Every Lord of the Rings army is on the battlefield, and they're being commanded by Sauron, Legolas, and Aragorn. Every Star Wars army is also on the battlefield today. They're not missing out, and they are being commanded by Commander Cody right here, as well as Yoda. This will be a very interesting battle. I highly recommend staying till the end of the video. If you guys do enjoy it, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe with notifications turned on, and comment down below who you think is going to win, the Star Wars armies or the Lord of the Rings armies. Let's get right on into this video. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, gamers, pressing start right now. Now, the reason there's actually only 35,000 Star Wars units on the battlefield is because they've got B2 Super Battle Droids, they've got Clone Commandos, they've got Sand Troopers, they've got Rebel Fleet Troopers, and a whole bunch of Jedi Knights as well. And they're going up against 6 million of these guys who are equipped with swords and bows and arrows. There are orcs on the battlefield. There are also Uruk-hai. There are some Elvish units as well, both bowmen and spearmen for the elves. There's also Gondorian archers and the Knights of Rohan on the battlefield. So, I mean, there are a lot of units for the Lord of the Rings units to go ham against the Star Wars units, but they're just substantially weaker. And already the B1 battle droids over that way are arcing laser fire down this way and getting a few early orc kills on the battlefield. Here's Sauron going out. The Jedi are crossing this little river path, which is kind of funny. And Sauron is going to go after these Jedi here, and he starts flinging them around like crazy. Of course, Sauron is going to be the most powerful unit on the battlefield, more than likely, I'm pretty sure. I don't know where Aragorn is yet, but I don't think he's quite as powerful as Sauron in this mod. So haven't seen him just yet, but either way, you know, it's not like there's 6 million Saurons coming forward. Instead, there's 6 million orcs and elves and stuff like that, and they're already getting butchered over here by the Jedi Knights, who are just swanging, and of course that arcing fire from the B1 battle droids as well. Like, look at this. You can tell when a Jedi has died because their lightsaber stays ignited on the battlefield, and there is not a single down lightsaber over here. All of these guys are just moving through the orcs over here like crazy. And of course, they've got these B1s up top here, firing away and getting some very, very easy Overwatch fire going there. Very nice. Oh, and there's Commander Cody doing the exact same thing. Have fun with that, my friend. Down this way, we've got Clone Commandos, 212 Clone Troopers, B2 Battle Droids, all moving in with some Jedi Knights, and they're going up against these orcs over this way as well in this crazy uphill battle with the pyramids in the background. That is kind of baller to look at, I'm not gonna lie. That is sick. Very, very nice. Down this way, it looks like the Star Wars units have taken over this side of the pyramids, and they've got some Sand Troopers down here, as well as Rebel Fleet Troopers firing away, and they have one Jedi leading the charge here. That's crazy. And they're fighting currently, yeah, some of those Elvish warriors, as well as here we have the Uruk-hai coming on in, and these guys aren't even really able to make it to the Star Wars units over yonder yet, because they're just going through these choke points very, very slowly. But they've also got more soldiers going over this way. And yeah, we have more Uruk-hai over here, and they're congealing on is that the right word for this? I don't know. But they're coming upon the Rebel Fleet Troopers over here as well. There's already 500,000 dead Lord of the Rings units, and only 116, now 17, dead Star Wars units. That is absolutely atrocious in terms of numbers for Lord of the Rings, but they still have a chance at winning here. We are seeing some arrows. You can see them flying through the air there. Those are coming in from, I think, Elvish archers. Yes, we've got Elvish archers over here firing their arrows down on those rebel fleet troopers. And of course, there are also the Gondorian archers on the battlefield, the archers of Gondor. These are Elvish spearmen over this way. Oh, here's a ton of arrows. Yeah, those are the Knights of Gondor with bows right there. Look at all of those arrows coming on in, and almost all of them are falling completely short. Wow, yeah, they are not close enough, and yet they are still firing. The arrows that are reaching the Jedi are easily getting deflected, so nothing crazy happening there. These are Elvish spearmen right here going in against the Jedi and dying quite a bit. Yeah, it's not good thus far on the battlefield for these guys. It's in fact quite rough for the Lord of the Rings armies. Almost 1 million deaths thus far, and the right side of their army is almost completely kaput. I do want to find those Knights of Rohan, because the riders of Rohan are very cool. Oh, here they are. Rohan! I love Rohan, man. Very epic. In the Fellowship of the Ring, there's actually some very interesting... I've recently reread Fellowship of the Ring, and there's some interesting stuff about Rohan in that, like, Tolkien was trying to kind of make it so, like, oh, you don't know which side Rohan is going to be on, because there's these ideas that the Rohan are giving horses to Sauron and also, like, letting their riders through and stuff like that, and making deals with the enemy, essentially. Meanwhile, Boromir keeps on going like, no, I know the Rohan. They would never do this to us, or whatever. I think it's him who's saying that stuff. So it's just very interesting because, you know, you end up having Rohan being on the side of the Fellowship. But Tolkien kind of makes it seem like, oh, you know, these Rohan folk, you know, they've clearly got good horses, but what's actually going on with their allegiances? And he's just such a good writer, man. It's unbelievable. Either way, right now the Lord of the Rings armies are swarming some Jedi over here, and they are leaving some dead. Look at that ignited lightsaber right there, and there's a few back here. So the Jedi are dying a little bit. The fleet troopers appear to be taking some damage. How much health? They have 1,200 health? They don't have a lick of armor. Why do these guys have 1,200 health? That is absolutely absurd, dude. Oh my god. Well, at least they're getting bloodied by some archer fire that's coming in against them. 1,100 dead Star Wars units on the battlefield, and they are dying a lot faster than they were previously. Meanwhile, 1.38 million dead Lord of the Rings units, and those guys are just dying as fast, if not faster, than they were previously. The Star Wars units over here, yeah, they burst through here. They've got B2 battle droids, and they are launching a massive assault on this choke point, which is actually probably to their detriment, because the guys behind aren't able to shoot through the body pile. They're only able to shoot upwards at these Uruk-hai, and that is probably not the best thing. The B2 super battle droids here are actually taking some damage due to this cover that is provided by the bodies of the dead orcs and Uruk-hai. So a little bit spicy right there. And then way over here on this side, I take it Sauron must have died at some point. Oh my god, look at all of the Jedi over here that are slain. Yeah, Sauron killed probably like 500 Jedi all by himself. My goodness, man. But they did break through. I'm guessing Legolas is dead as well. I'm guessing Aragorn is dead. They're harder to find on the battlefield than Sauron, of course. So now these Gondorian archers are trying their best to maybe get a few shots into these Jedi, but they're just getting killed one by one as they attempt it, and it's just not working super well for them. And the Jedi are just continuing to move through them easily, with ease, if you will. Wow, but look at all these arrows. Holy cow, the Gondorian archers, they've only got 200 health, but their fire rate is crazy. It's like a beehive going out and attacking an intruder. Look at that. Beautiful. Well, hopefully a few of those are making impacts against these Jedi, and hopefully doing some damage to them, because it's going to be needed. I'm also seeing a little bit of laser fire in here. Maybe there's some clones or something around here. I don't know. I can't see. I can't quite tell. Over this way, there is laser fire as well on the battlefield. Where is that coming from? Oh, over here? Yeah, okay, so we do have some B2s up this way. More B2s. What happened to the clones? There's a clone commando right there. Oh, and there's some 212th troopers. Okay, so the clones are still alive a little bit and moving in. And we just have the hordes of Jedi moving forward. The Jedi arsenal moving to the next section of Lord of the Rings units for them to butcher. 4,600 dead Jedi now, so they are dying quite a bit faster on the battlefield. Well, dead Star Wars units overall. And 2.17 million dead Lord of the Rings units. Look at this. A spam of Gondorian archer fire and just a ton of Elvish warriors to boot down here as well. Absolutely incredible. Why don't we do a time lapse of the Jedi cutting through these guys and making progress across the battlefield from left to right. This should be awesome. Alright guys, well the Jedi have cooked here for sure. Someone has cooked here. But many of them are dead, so it's certainly drained the Star Wars resources a good bit. We're now at 10,500 Star Wars deaths, only 21,500 remaining. Meanwhile, there's still 3 million Lord of the Rings units remaining on the battlefield. So it's about half of the Lord of the Rings units dead. Meanwhile, only like a third of the Star Wars units dead. But the Star Wars units are dying at a faster rate at this point. We got Rebel Fleet Troopers and Sand Troopers over in this corner of the pyramid just firing upwards at these elves and orcs and whatever coming forward. Oh my goodness, it's really rough. What's happening over here? Oh, they kind of broke through a little bit more and are just engaging directly now with some of these Uruk-hai and stuff like that. I imagine they will take some losses here though. But the nice thing for the Star Wars units is I'm not seeing any arrows in the battlefield over here. I think all of the Elvish archers are over this way. Yeah, so if they come over here and start firing into those Star Wars units, the melee units will have a way easier job. But we've actually got Uruk-hai flanking around this way, so it looks like they killed the Star Wars units over here and are now managing a cheeky little flank into the backs of these Star Wars units. There are arrows coming from the back, so there are Elvish archers over this way firing a little bit. Not a lot is getting through, and they're still very far away, so I think they're missing most of their shots. But that's interesting. So this Star Wars holdout right here of like probably 3,000, 4,000 soldiers could easily be ended very soon with these efforts from the Lord of the Rings units. They just need to keep it up. But then, of course, we do have the Star Wars units back here, and these guys could respond by moving down the hill and attacking from here. We'll just have to see what they do because they're still sort of flanking a little bit, but they've got a lot of troops to go through here. Rohan, Elvish archers, Elvish Gondorian archers, Rohan dudes. There's still a lot. There's still quite a bit over here that's happening, so that could still be dangerous. Here's some B2s getting shot with arrows and just having... Oh, my cat is meowing. She's angry. But these guys are just having arrows dinking off of them left and right. Absolutely bananas. Oh, one did die. Hey, there you go. Way to go, Rohan. Proud of you. So good. All right, 13,600 dead Star Wars units. 3.5 million dead Lord of the Rings units. Oh, we have a lot of ranged Star Wars units actually over here. Look at this. Wow. Okay, we got clone commandos. We got more Jedi. We got standard 212 clones. I don't know where the B1s went. There's B2s here. Maybe the B1s are further back? I have no idea. No, these are more clones. Huh. Well, whatever. And then a lot of Jedi here too, and they're all going up against the Knights of Rohan. And any Rohanese that don't die by laser fire die by Jedi swings, so that's certainly rough. The edges, though, are doing better for the Lord of the Rings units, at the very least. Okay, I think the most promising area is going to be over yonder here, and I think we should do a little time-lapse over here of these guys attacking, and then we could also get some shots of the back, but I think the front here is the most entertaining part, with just the masses of Lord of the Rings units charging, full charging the Star Wars units here. This is just so baller. I am loving this. Alright guys, less than 1 million Lord of the Rings units left. I really thought they were going to do a bigger dent against these guys, but the Star Wars units remain winning and triumphant. Look at the body pile here, by the way. Oh my goodness, that is insane. So many dead Lord of the Rings units, dog. It's brutal. It is absolutely brutal. These guys are getting mowed. Absolutely mowed. Luckily, there's still a lot of Elvish archers around the way here, which I think will be very, very helpful going forward. But at the moment, I mean, things are rough right now, dude. The arrows are hitting some of these Star Wars units over here, and they are getting kills, which is great. Star Wars units do have 17,000 deaths, so they only have 15,000 troopers remaining. But they're really good. Look at this. This is all cleared out up here. All cleared out up here. So that means the Star Wars units now get to come cascade down this way, too, against these Uruk-hai and stuff. It's not good. There's still a Jedi death squad on the prowl. My goodness, man. 5.3 million dead Lord of the Rings units just like that. Just like that. And look, these guys are now moving out this way. Oh my goodness. At least the arrows are finally coming in from those Elvish archers. Look at this. Look at this. Lots of arrows hitting. Ooh, whoopsie. How much damage do they like take here? It's like about 60 per arrow, it seems. 50 to 60 damage per arrow. And they have 1,200 health, which is, by the way, way too much for a rebel fleet trooper. How much does this guy have? Oh, he's also got 1,200 health. The Star Wars units might have a little bit too much health. I'm just gonna say it. That is an absurd amount of health. Well, 18,000 dead Star Wars units now. I mean, they could just absolutely choke, you know? The Elvish archers could be the answer that they need. The answer to the problem. We'll see if that ends up being true, because the Gondorian archers did good work too, and they're all dead now. So, you know, you never know. You never can tell who's gonna be the answer to things, because they might just end up getting a lightsaber through the gut, man. That seems to be what's happening. By the way, has anyone been watching Ahsoka? I have not. I usually tend to watch when all of the episodes are already out, so I don't know, maybe I'll do that with Ahsoka, but people on Twitter seem fairly hyped about it, so maybe I'll watch. I don't know, I was so hyped for Kenobi, and I was like, Kenobi was like my jam, but you know, Ahsoka's a good character. She's never been my all-time favorite, though. I know a lot of people really like her. I like her. She's not my favorite. I'm not like super stoked for a solo show with her. I didn't really like Rebels that much and didn't finish it and stuff, so I don't know. I don't know if it's for me exactly, but let me know in the comments what you guys think, because if enough people recommend it, I'll probably get FOMO and end up watching it. But if everyone's just kind of like, you know, it's fine, then I probably won't. If Luke shows up in it, I'll definitely be watching though. That is for sure. For sure. Although I don't know when exactly it's taking place. Is it like during Book of Boba or? No, probably not, right? It's gotta be during the Empire, right? So like earlier? I don't know. Let me know. Either way, 20,000 dead Star Wars units now. It actually seems like the Lord of the Rings units are kind of doing something here. Look, they're migrating up this way. Oh, they're running a huge flank up here. Well, look at these guys go. Nice, and then they're firing into some straggling... Why is it always Rebel fleet troopers? What happened to the other 5 different armies we had? Sauron! When you think he's dead, he makes a return! What? Where did you come from? How is he still on the battlefield? What the heck? How much health does he have left? Oh, not a lot. He's got 60,000 health left. How much did he start off with? 500,000. Okay, so he is almost dead. But that is incredible. What the heck? Where did this dude come from? Wow. With 400,000 Lord of the Rings units remaining, Sauron returns. Wow. Just incredible. All of the sudden, Lord of the Rings has a goddamn chance, man. The power of archers and Sauron might be enough to get them a W here. I don't know. They've got 11,000 Star Wars units to get through. It will be tough. I did not mean to place that marker, my bad. It will be tough, but, I mean, just maybe they can make it happen. Sauron's moving down the body piles now, hunting down one at a time these soldiers. He's definitely a lot better when he's facing a whole pack of enemies. I wish those Jedi would get over to him. Oh yeah, the massive Star Wars army is still over here, cruising through the back lines of Lord of the Rings. Okay. And Sauron is not going to be as effective taking on one enemy at a time here. Oh, yeah. I mean, he'll probably get a few more kills, but he's definitely not as effective. There's a lot of arrow fire helping him out, though. We'll see. Maybe he could do a little something more. Let's time-lapse over here of these remaining Star Wars units gunning it through the Lord of the Rings backlines here. Whew! It is getting spicy, and it is getting intense. Let's do it. Alright guys, we're in sort of the final moments here. 9,000 Star Wars units left, 29,000 Lord of the Rings units left, and the arrows are not really penetrating super well against these Jedi here. We got all these guys here. I think Sauron probably dead, I'm guessing, finally. But you never know, he's made returns before. So these guys are kind of the last bastion of hope for Lord of the Rings, and the Jedi are going to cruise through them, so let's just watch that happen. Well, there are still 9,000 Star Wars units left alive and 2 Lord of the Rings units left alive. I don't think it's Sauron or he'd be out here fighting. I think there are people stuck probably in these pillars or like off beyond the mountains or something, but yikes, man. 6 million dead Lord of the Rings units and 23,000 dead Star Wars units. I thought at the end the Lord of the Rings might actually have it, but nah, fam. Nah, squad fam. Got rolled by clone commandos, Jedi, B2s, those pesky rebel fleet troopers, baby. Either way, guys, that's going to be about it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe with notifications on, and comment down below if you'd like to see some more. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.